Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've posted something. I did this one over the summer and it's a 20 by 20. I had a reference photo. I'm really into wildlife and you know the big cats, the animals, the birds. I love doing some sort of a wildlife scene, so I've been doing a few of those lately and I'm doing another one here. The colors there are different, creams, white. I'm using raw sienna, I think that is. There's a bronze I just threw on. Um, that's like a buttercream sort of color. There's gold. There's going to be black. The white, of course. Um, that might actually be Indian yellow that's on the canvas there. That, oh, that's the black. And there's some brown that goes on too. That's a custom mixture. That's the raw uh, umber and some gold actually mixed. It's a really pretty color. Um, yeah, just your basic outside sort of earth tony colors for now. And then I'm blowing it around to create a composition that I like to get to a point where I'll let it dry. So that's what I'm doing this whole time here is I'm going to blow it all over the place to get to a place where I want to let it dry and paint on it further. And that is always my goal with my paintings, to paint on them further. So I don't use my hair dryer in order to make, you know, I know some people use it to blow out paint and they leave it at that point, but I do a lot with the hair dryer here and I push and add more colors so I get it where I like what the colors are looking like and the composition is like. So I'm happy where I leave it because I need to shape it into something that I know that it's making sense for what I want to paint in later. And I do have usually some reference photos in mind that I'm thinking of using. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about as I'm doing the shaping of everything here. So I'll just let you watch. It goes on for a bit here as I add colors and push some off and reshape the center and that kind of thing. So hope you're having a great day and I will let you watch from here. These colors that I use, a lot of my intention here is to sort of give that layered look, like you would see in rock formation, um, where you see the little bits of the variation of color that's within stone and rock, and that's what I try to create with this. I know that it when I'm doing this, it can look a little bit muddy, and that's really okay. I don't know what that chunk is there that I blew, but I'm sure I picked it out. Anyway, I know that in the back of my mind, I'm just creating the sort of starting point for somewhere for me to paint. So, of course, the areas that are muddy, I go all over this whole painting and paint it once it's dried. So I change a lot, and I enhance a lot that I leave. Um, so not to worry about the parts that look muddy. In the end, it kind of adds to it because it just gives that natural sort of stone look. Um, and I'm working on making sure the area where I'm going to paint is suitable for the subject that I want to put in. Hoping that all makes sense. I don't want the center to look like some, round black circle. And that's what I'm trying to shape it as here. Just shaping it out now so I have an area to work in. That's about all I can say, and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. And I will stop talking now. I'll just point out too that you're looking at the side of the painting. Uh, the painting, as I'm working on it, is the right orientation. So I'm looking at the bottom. Up there that I just added is the top, and you're looking at the left side of the painting. So it might look a little weird if you're looking at it as though it's going to be in the direction you're looking at it, but it's not. It's um, the bottom is facing me as I'm painting it. And so that's the area that I'm trying to shape in now, is that sort of bottom section of what I want to do. All right, I'll leave you to watching. To the center there, I've added a little bit of a metallic brown, and that's going to help give a little bit of dimension within that center area from the black and the brown. Um, I add a little bit more black here yet, and given that I'm adding so much paint yet, um, which is sort of sticking around and staying in the middle section there of the painting, I'm very aware that it probably will craze and give some cracking, but in an outdoor sort of type of painting, that is sometimes a good thing. It can give that real natural kind of texture, and I just often have no problem with um, a little bit of cracking or separation of the paint when it's drying. It looks cool, and makes it unique. It gives it a little bit of character, and just adds to the painting, in my opinion. Um, so there you can see I added the black, and blowing a little bit of it off as I can, because I don't want the whole center to crack, but I'm not too worried about it. And um, the black and the brown there gave some nice lacing, although when it dries it's quite dark, but it does add to it. There's little sections in there that you can see when you look close at the finished painting. So I'm almost done where I'm going to let it dry and start roughing in what I'm going to paint. I don't record all the hand painting that I do. It's hours and hours of painting, and I often will just sit down as I'm able and do a bit here and there. So I don't always sit and set up my camera and do all these things. I know some people want to see all the stages I go through as I'm painting, but it's just too much. It's too much work. And my channel is very small and I don't get a lot of views, so it just, I mean, I mean, unfortunately, for a few views that I get on some of these, I just can't put in all that time. It's taking me a lot of time to do the painting in itself. If I had a huge channel and things like that, I would do things differently, but um, I did at first record in some of my videos the painting process, but it's very time consuming. So I hope you enjoy just the photos at the end of how I get to where I'm getting and the videos that I take. Um, and I'm always posting the finished pieces on the various Facebook groups and Instagram and things like that. Feel free to pop by my Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube channel name, Kimberly's Arts. And my website is where I post everything that's for sale. So I hope you enjoyed watching. There's a bit more left in the video yet. Final pieces are coming up. And take care. Thank you. So here's the wet piece, as you can see, and it's facing the direction that I will paint on it later. So that is how it will look, and then it'll have some subject matter in the middle. And that should be coming up here shortly with some examples of how I get started. So you can see that I've started roughing in a little bit of a rock ledge that he's laying on, and then I finished it up, painted it all in, added all the greenery up the sides. I used my palette knife and different things to create the texture on the rock sort of that he's laying on, and I tried to sort of paint it as though he's sort of up on a rock ledge with a sort of cave atmosphere, and that's the finished piece. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.